That said, stocks trade at different multiples in different market environments. To capture this, we looked at where the company is trading on a relative basis and how that compares to where it has traded historically. This chart illustrates the company's relative multiple over the past 5 years. A relative multiple is just the company's multiple expressed as a percentage of the market multiple. Since the S&P 500 currently trades at 18 times next 12 months EPS, Apple at 15 times is trading at a 20% discount to the market. While we didn't superimpose the average relative multiple on the graph, the company usually trades at about a 20% discount to the market. In fact, over the past 5 years, the only time that it is traded in parity with the market was at the end of 2014, when the multiple expanded with the iPhone 6 supercycle. If we assume that the company is in a new supercycle, it'd be reasonable to expect that the company can get back to a market multiple. If so, the company would trade at $203. Note that I used earnings over the next 12 months rather than either a fiscal year 1 or fiscal year 2 estimate. This is because Apple does not have a calendar year fiscal. Rather, their fiscal year runs from October 1st to September 30th. By using next 12 months, we can standardize the estimates for differences in the fiscal year. I've included the calculation of the next 12-month estimates for both Apple and the S&P 500 in the notes section provided here. Also provided are our estimates versus consensus. Since we don't believe that the higher ASPs and margin expansion are fully reflected within consensus estimates, our estimates are higher. A summary of our valuation is provided here. As you can see, we did not include a COMPCO analysis. As the name implies, a comparable company or COMPCO analysis involves comparing the subject company, in this case Apple, to a group of comparable firms. The question, of course, is what's a good comp for a company like Apple? Is it Microsoft and other software companies in the S&P 500? Given the disproportionate revenues generated by Apple from iPhone sales, it might also include Verizon and other telecom companies. Or we may argue that the company should be compared to luxury companies, given that Apple competes with these companies for a share of the wallet, retail talent, and premier retail space. The Wall Street analyst reports that we reviewed incorporated anything from the 20 largest tech companies in the S&P 500 to a select group of luxury brands like Prada and Louis Vuitton. In the end, it seemed to us that they were cherry-picking companies to arrive at a value that was supportive of their recommendation. For that reason, we decided to rely on the methods outlined here and forgo a COMPCO analysis. Hopefully, you found this analysis of Apple to be helpful. The next question, of course, is whether there is enough margin of safety to compensate us for errors in our modeling and worse than average luck. The answer to that question will depend, in part, on our confidence in the inputs used in the model and whether we are absolute or relative managers. Thanks for listening.